actually live in New York, but I've been here for like since March. And being here, I've just learned a lot about trying to reflect a lot about my state of mind and how I think. And have found myself being in this, like, it's not all the time, but sometimes I'll just spiral down in this state of mind that's so negative and just full of stress and like worries, and I'll think about the like things that have happened in the past that just seem so traumatic to me, and I'll just replay them over and over again in my mind, and it just gets to a point where I feel so like paralyzed in thought, and I can't even live in the moment or like know what's going on. So my question is just, how do you think it's best to mediate my own mind and come to a state of peace with myself and not have to always focus on the negative and worries?
첫째 선택은요, 지금처럼 계속 비디오를 틀고 괴로워하면 됩니다.
So your first choice, obviously, is to keep playing those traumatic videos, memories in your mind, and indulge in them.
두 번째는 그게
Second.
너무 괴로우면 비디오를 끄면 됩니다.
Second choice, if it causes you too much suffering, you can choose to turn off that video.
I feel like that's a lot easier said than done, because sometimes it seems like uncontrollable, these thoughts that come in my mind.
그렇지 않습니다. 쉽습니다.
But actually, you're wrong. It actually is easy.
그냥 스위치 끄면 됩니다.
Just have to turn it off.
Just be like, don't think about it.
그냥 딴 생각하면 돼요.
Well, think about something else.
Okay, so you gave me two options, but I still don't know which, like, there's definitely times where I feel like I don't want to think about what I'm thinking about, and I'll be like, okay, I'll just try to think about something else. But then I feel like it always cycles back, and it's something that will always kind of just stay in the back of my mind.
네네. 자동으로 돌아오기 때문에 계속 틀어야 돼요.
Actually, that video is on autoplay, so it'll always be running.
돌아오면 또 틀고, 돌아오면 또 틀고, 돌아오면
So
또
if you
틀고.
turn it off, it'll turn itself on and start playing again.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get rid of.
없어지지는 않습니다.
It will not go away, actually.
So for my whole life, I'll just have to deal with these thoughts.
아니지, 꺼라잖아요.
No, I said turn them off.
Okay, I'll try.
노력하겠습니다.
아니요, 그거를 오랫동안 과거에 형성된 거기 때문에 그걸 금방 꺼지지 않습니다.
So it's very difficult to turn it off, actually, because these are videos, right? Narratives that have been formed for a long time in your past.
그러니까 당신이 긴 시간을 가지고 계속 끄는 연습을 해야 됩니다.
So what I'm saying is that you have to keep on practicing turning it off over the same period of time, over a long time.
채널 다른 데로 돌려야 되는 거.
So you have to turn the channel
즉 다른 생각을 해야 돼요.
and think about something else.
그다음 세 번째,
And third option,
비디오를 지워야 됩니다.
you can erase the video.
그러려면 조금 시간을 내서 이것은 깊이 있게 수련을 해야 됩니다.
And to do that, you have to actually invest a deeper sense of yourself, in yourself, and more time.
근데 뭐 사고가 나가지고 기억 상실증이 되면 같이 지워집니다.
But say you got into an accident, you suffered amnesia, and this will go away, right?
그 어떻게 완전히 기억 상실증이 돼서 사는 게 낫겠어요? 그래도 옛날 비디오가 자꾸 틀어지지만은 지금이 낫겠어요.
If you are given a choice whether to suffer a chronic and comprehensive amnesia and not remember anything about your past life, or try to deal with it in your own way while keeping this memory intact, then what would you choose?
Well, I don't want to get in an accident, so I guess I would have to be the one in control of turning it off.
지금은 당장 끄는 연습을 하고요.
So the first step is practice turning it off.
조금 시간을 내서 이 지우는 훈련을 좀 받아야 됩니다.
Then if you have the time, I think it's worthwhile to invest a little time to learn how to erase the tape.
근데 제가 그걸 권유할 수 없는 거는 지금 저희들이 하고 있는 그 수련 깨달음 장이라고 하는 게 이 지도하는 사람이 영어 실력이 안 돼가 한국말로 하기 때문에 지금 내가 권유할 수가 없는 거예요.
So I can't actually recommend you to engage in a program that we run because we actually don't offer that program in English at this point. But there is a program in which we teach people to kind of self-heal from their past traumas and be able to erase their tapes.
그 우선 끄는 연습을 꾸준히 해 나가면 조금씩 좀 느리지만은 개선이 됩니다.
So, it might take patience and it's not going to be a fast kind of a solution, but keep on practicing turning it off. And that's going to improve a little bit.
그러면 지우는 것은 어떻게 지우느냐?
How do you erase it though?
그건 지금 실천은 되지 뭐지만 원리만 간단하게 말씀드리면
And just kind of summarize.
자기가 상처 입은 게 어떤 겁니까?
So, what is the nature of your trauma?
Probably just insecurity within myself.
어떤 거 구체적으로 얘기해 봐요. 그 피해 의식이란 게
So,
구체적으로 얘기해 봐요.
what is that insecurity? What's the concrete nature of your insecurity?
Like not being good enough or like not succeeding in what or like finding myself making a decision that isn't like what I really wanted to be doing and leading to like me wondering what if I did this, I might have been happier doing that.
그건 자기가 욕심 많아서 그래요.
That's because you're being too greedy.
Oh.
자기는 아무 문제도 없습니다.
Because you actually have no problems.
자기 능력이 예를 들어서 100이라고 하면
Say you have a capacity of 100,
자기는 200이 되고 싶어 합니다.
but you want to get to 200.
200의 관점에서 100을 보면
So from a perspective of 200, if you look at yourself,
항상 100은 부족합니다.
then you'll always be lacking.
아무리 노력을 해도 200이 될 수가 없어요.
Because no matter how much you try, you'll never reach 200.
그래서 이렇게 열등의식이 생기는 거예요.
That's why you constantly infuse yourself with a sense of inferiority.
그러니까 노력을 해서 200으로 끌어올린다 하는 것은 불가능합니다.
So it's impossible for you to by yourself in your own effort to bring yourself up to 100.
그러니까 200이 환상이에요.
So what I'm saying is that 200 itself is imaginary. It's something that you set for yourself.
그걸 버려버리면 자기는 아무 문제도 없습니다.
So if you let go of that illusion, then you have no problems whatsoever.
지금 자기는 이대로 완전합니다.
Because you are complete
조금도
as you
부족한
are.
게 없습니다.
There's nothing that you lack.
자기 머릿속에서 어떤 욕심을 부리기 때문에 그게 기준이 되기 때문에 늘 자기가 부족하게
So
느껴져요.
you have this kind of created a fantasy of expectations and using that as a baseline to judge yourself. That's why you're lacking also.
그러니까 그 자기가 이 자기의 능력이 부족해서가 아니고 자기의 욕심이 자기를 초라하게 만든 거예요.
Basically, it's not you yourself that lack anything. It's that you have constructed a sense of expectation by which you're measuring yourself and creating this sense of inferiority.
자기가 말해 어떻게 한번 보세요 이분 괜찮아요 안 괜찮아요?
So everybody look at her. How is she? Does she look fine or not?
키도 저 정도면 됐죠? 키도 저 정도면 됐죠?
I mean, she's tall, right?
어때요? 인물도 저 정도면
And she's
됐어요?
very attractive.
거기다 미국 산대요.
And she lives in New York. I mean, to boot.
그러니까 아무 문제가 없어요.
What I'm saying is that you have no problems.
난 아무 문제도 없다.
So acknowledge to yourself, you actually don't have any problems.
이렇게 자기를 사실대로 바라봐야 합니다.
And you have to be able to see that and see yourself in that sense.
근데 지금 한번 얘기해 보세요. 저는 아무 문제가 없다.
Can't you repeat after me? I have no problems.
I don't know if I agree with that though. Like, I think, like,
네네 알았어요. 그럼 계속 괴로워하세요.
Okay, that's fine. Then you can continue to suffer. That's your choice.
네, 뭐 자기가 괴롭고 싶어서 그렇게
I think
한다니까.
you want to suffer then. Right?
자기가
Well,
선택한 거예요.
I just
That's your
believe
choice.
that everyone has their own problems to their own degree. And for some people, just certain things really eat them up. And maybe from a different perspective, that kind of worry is like nothing and shouldn't be something that they should worry about. But I don't know, it just seems kind of uncontrollable sometimes.
밤에 침대에서 자고 있으면서 자기가 강도 꿈을 꾼다. 밤에 자고 있으면서 강도에게 쫓기는 꿈을 꾼다.
Say you are dreaming, you're sleeping in your bed, and you're dreaming that a mugger, a robber, is chasing you,
살려달라 살려달라고 아우성을 칩니다.
and you are screaming, help me, help me.
그래서 제가 아무 일 없다. 그냥 잠이나 자라.
So, but then I say, you know what? This is a dream, and there's nothing happening actually. So why don't you go back to sleep?
근데 본인이 계속 아니요 강도가 쫓아와요 강도가 쫓아와요 이렇게 고함을지대는 것과 같다.
But you keep screaming that the mugger is after you, and you keep screaming, and this is what the current situation looks like.
그러니까 자기는 지금 아무 문제가 없어요.
Right now, you have no problems.
악몽을 꾸고 있는 거예요.
You are actually in a nightmare.
그러니까 눈만 뜨면 돼요.
All you have to do is just open your eyes and wake up.
계속 잠꼬대 하세요.
Well, unless you want to engage in this nightmare.
No.
네.
감사합니다.
진리란 어려운 것이 아닙니다.
Truth is not a difficult thing.
사실이라는 거예요.
Truth means it's the truth, it's the fact.
그러니까 우리가 어떤 환영에 젖어 있기 때문에 괴로움이 생기는 거예요.
So we create our own suffering because we are attached, we construct an illusion.
사실을 알게 되면 번뇌는 저절로 사라집니다.
But if you can see through those illusions, all your suffering actually disappears.
여러분들이 괴롭거나
If you are suffering,
슬프거나
if you're sad,
미워지거나
if you hate,
외롭거나
if you're lonely,
이런 정신적인 부정적 현상이 일어나면
if you feel this negative emotions, the negativity in your life,
지금 내가 어떤 가상현실에 사로잡혀 있다는 것을 알아야 합니다.
then tell yourself you're actually constructing this suffering, this construct that's causing you suffering.
지금 여기 내가 깨어있지 못하다는 거예요.
It just means that you're not awake here and now.
그러니까 여러분들이 조금만 관심을 가지면 금방 편안해질 수가 있습니다.
So with a little more focus and effort, you can actually bring about a sense of peace and calm.
여기 뭐 종교도 필요 없고 어떤 교리도 필요 없습니다.
You don't need religion or religious dogma to do this.
지금
Right here, right
여기.
now. Right now.
나
Me.
여기에 여러분들이 깨어 있어요.
You have to be awake to those things.
하나씩 따라 보세요.
So
지금
repeat after me. Now,
Now,
여기
here,
here,
나
me.
me.
이 세 가지를 중요시해야 됩니다.
These are the three most important things for you.
다른 사람 얘기하지 마세요.
Don't talk about somebody else.
저기 얘기하지 마시고
Don't talk about there.
과거 얘기하지 마시고
Don't talk about the past.
지금 여기 나에 깨어 있어요.
Here, now, me. That's what you have to be open to.
그럼 여러분들은 편안하게 살아갈 수가 있습니다.
Then you can live your life in peace.
한국 생활이 힘듭니까?
Is your life in Korea difficult?
그래도 여러분들 한국에 안 온 사람들에 비해서 한국에 올 수 있었던 것은 굉장한 행운이지 않습니까?
But then again, compared to others who wants to come to Korea but can't, you're very fortunate.
누가 강제로 여기 데려왔습니까?
Did somebody force you to come here?
여러분들이 선택해 왔잖아요.
It was your choice to come here.
그러면 재밌어야 되잖아요.
Then you should enjoy your choice.
싫으면 가면 되잖아요.
If you don't like your choice, if it doesn't bring about enjoyment, then you can go back to whatever you want to.
누가 잡는 사람도 없어요.
Because nobody's forcing you to stay.
자기 속에서 자기를 괴롭히는 거예요.
So it is you, yourself, that's bringing about your own suffering.
그러니까 여러분들이 조금 더 자기를 직시하시기 바랍니다.
So I want you to see yourself deeply
그렇게 행복하게 사시기 바랍니다.
and bring about happiness to your own lives.
장시간 통역해 준 제이슨님한테
And thank you for the interpretation.
감사합니다.